So this is a completely different video than the ones I usually make. I've honestly been in a nostalgic mood lately. I've been really living my my Tumblr 2015 kind of life right now. One of the things that made me really nostalgic as of recently were all of the what's in my bag videos, everyday carry, just seeing what people carry around with them in their day-to-day lives. The other thing that I'm really nostalgic for is all the itabag videos where people are like, this is my favorite character, let me tell you all about him. And I think that's so cool. So I wanted to work on this video for quite a while, and now I have the time to sit down and show what's in my bags, my everyday carry, and my Asriel Ita bag. I wanted to showcase my tech/travel bag first, but I'm going to leave a timestamp for the Ita bag just in case you just want to get right into it and stuff. So I'm gonna move this aside. I got a Lenovo bag and it broke in 2 days and I was devastated. So I ended up going for a child's tech backpack and it worked. I really love the galaxy print on this. It really reminds me of galaxy print leggings from the Tumblr era. And I even included a whole bunch of pins that I got from cons. This is kind of overflow from my Asriel bag that I just ran out of room. I actually have like pins on here from like when I went to college like 10 years ago. I think I got this one from Anime Boston this year. This was PAX. And then this was from Etsy. This was when I went to see Halsey at Mansfield. And that was such a great show. There's actually not too much in this bag, mostly because it has a lot of work stuff in it and I didn't want to showcase any of my work stuff. Oh yeah, my charms. So I got some charms on the side. I'm wondering if I can show this, but I have, oh gosh, a little maid Narinder. This was the year I went as maid Cult of the Lamb or Lambie, and I got a bunch of maid pins from Cult of the Lamb and they're really cute. And they used to sit on my con badge, but I figured they would have a better place on my backpack. This was from Anime Boston as well. I have another charm I'll show you later, but let's see what I could show. So this bag has cable for a power bank. I don't really use it all that often. I usually keep a tarot deck. This is the Seven Souls Tarot. This is currently in timeout. If you know, you know. When people use tarot decks, there's times, it's kind of like D20s and like D&D and Pathfinder campaigns where if there's too much negative energy, it's just going to keep giving you bad cards. And this has consistently given me bad cards for a couple weeks now. So this is technically in timeout, but the designs on these are really beautiful. And I can pull a couple out here just real quick. Yeah, they're all undertale and they're all like hand drawn and they're really beautiful. They're just making me angry right now. I love keeping a tarot deck on me when I need, I wouldn't say guidance, but I like using it as kind of a creative tool. Like if I have any questions, I'm just like, hey, should I go in this direction? And this kind of like sets me on that path. Okay, so the next thing we have is a hairbrush. I usually take a shower in the mornings right before I go to work, so my hair is an absolute mess. So by the time I'm in the office, I like just having a hairbrush on me just to adjust things and make sure I'm okay. Got some cables. I actually have some other ones that are currently hooked up to all of this kind of setup here, but I usually keep USB-C and I keep USB cables and lightning cables for all the work that I do. Oh boy. The first step to admitting you have an addiction is admitting you have an addiction, and I think I have an addiction to stationery pens and stuff. This is my major journaling pack. This has Sharpies, this has gel pens, this has washi tape. This has so much. I could show the washi tapes really quick. The washi tapes are really cool. So I have one that's kind of like, almost like a collar kind of thing. I got one that has these black like palm trees. It kind of reminds me of like The Weeknd a little bit. And then this is my rosary vampire kind of goth washi tape. I love journaling. I like having all sorts of pens for all sorts of occasions. So I am literally, if somebody's like, I need a pen, you know. See if there's anything else in here. I don't think so. Oh, a stray gel pen. A stray soul. Oh, my laptop. So this is my regular laptop. It is a MacBook 2019. It's a 13-inch. Here are all the stickers on it. A lot for like accessibility, a lot of kind of nerdy ones. I have the magician card on here, which is my lucky card. Obviously Asriel's on here too. I keep forgetting the freaking name to this song, but it's I love brain rot a little bit, and when this song came up, I was like, what the hell is this? It became like my favorite song for a while, and I love the aesthetic of it, so I really, really, really love that. Buckshot Roulette sticker, Read My Lips Boston when I went to a smut writing workshop. A 120 sticker. Please do not give me spoilers for Squid Game season 3. I don't know what happens. I'm scared. I heard the horrible things, so please no spoilers. Yeah, just a lot of fanfic writing stickers and stuff. Let me see if I could carefully show the inside. I have a sticker here that says cringe but free. I think that's a great kind of mindset whenever I'm creating. I just like being me, and that's a little reminder of that, so. I think that is everything from my tech bag. Woohoo! Here's my travel bag, and I'm now gonna showcase the Ita bag. So I'm gonna move this. My pride and joy, my Ita bag. Okay, long story short, this is not my first Ita bag. So I did a couple Ita bags, like multi-fandom bags. I think I did a Menhera bag, I think it was 2017-ish. I really wanted to get back into it again around the pandemic. This was during my Asriel renaissance. And I started off with a black craft bag that quickly disintegrated, even with 3 charms on it. And it grew into this. And I want to define what Ita bags are really quick for people who don't know, because the punchline to this story involves knowing what the term means. So Ita bags were a big trend starting out in the 2010s. And it started out in Japan, and the original concept for this were these cars. They were called itashas, and they were cars with decals of anime girls and like favorite games, and just whatever the driver wanted, they had it printed on their car. And the term ita means pain. It's painful on the eyes, it's painful on the wallet. And when Ita bags became a thing, they also said that it could also be painful to wear, painful to carry around because there are so many charms on it. Well, I went to the ER end of June because I had chest pains for 3 days straight, and they did all these scans on me and they couldn't find anything. So I was like, oh, all right. So I went to the doctors and I brought my original Ita bag with me, which was my everyday bag. The doctor was talking me through like all these different things. And then she was just like, can you put on your backpack for a second? And I put it on, and she was like, well, what else are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm doing groceries, I'm doing this and that. And then she was like, stop that. Please stop. No. So this is why I have a crossbody bag now. And I'm now kind of splitting up a lot of the stuff I would typically carry in my travel bag and my work bag. I'm kind of splitting it up to daily essential stuff along with like the books that I'm going to carry and stuff too. So this is significantly smaller, and you can kind of tell from the window here that I tried to use any bit of room that I possibly could. And I'm gonna actually hold this up really quick to kind of show more detail of the pins here. This was a big passion project because when I first started getting into Ita bags, I was in the mindset of, I don't want to do anything custom. I want to get like fan art or official work of whatever I'm getting, or artwork of the artist or whatever. I don't want to do anything custom because it's very expensive. And after a while, I realized that there is no merch of this character at all. There's Asriel merch, but it's not the same as Hyperdeath Asriel. And like there's Flowey merch, but it's not the same as Hyperdeath Asriel merch. So I started building basically from November of 2020 to now of just anything I could find of Hyperdeath Asriel. And the good news is I'm actually overflowing. I am overflowing with charms, which is kind of great. Thankfully, as I kept working on this, there were a lot of buttons and stuff that were gifts from other Hyperdeath Asriel merch that I got. So like these 4 were all gifts. This one was a gift as well. And then like these are official. And then pretty much everything is either fan art or custom. So I'm gonna set this down again because my arms are not happy about that. I started out with some of these charms, like this one right here, and then I want to say this one too. It quickly grew. This artist, this one here, this one here, and this one here. And you know what? I think I'm gonna just take the insert out because I think that's gonna be easier. That artist really contributed a lot to this bag and is part of the overflow as well. They did such a beautiful job with all of the work that they did for just the Asriel bag in general. This pin right here, I don't know where this artist is. I tried to look them up while researching for this video, and this artist, they changed their name and they don't sell this anymore, so like this is like rare. And a lot of these pins are either pretty limited or gifts or custom. That's what kind of made this bag even more special to me, because it was just a long period of time of just getting custom stuff as a mini altar for Asriel, and I was just so passionate about this project. Let me see if I could talk about some cool details with this in particular. This was custom. The person was really nice and sent me 2 of them, so I actually have one on my jacket. This is actually a headphone carrier, like it actually wraps around like his legs, but I just liked how grumpy he was, so I kind of kept him as that. These 2 pins I got from PAX East, and I thought it was really cool to reflect like the monster soul and the human soul, so I thought that was really cool. This one is really cool. It's sad that I can't have the day mode for this one, because it's supposed to be like a night mode, day mode kind of thing. So that's the day mode, and then he's all evil and stuff with the night mode. I love this. It's hard for me to choose a favorite. If I had to choose a favorite, it's definitely this one. It really reminds me of like the MySpace days, back when like scene kids were really cool and there was all this scene art out there and stuff, and they did such a beautiful job. And it's cool because like it actually shows black and white on here, but I love the glittery side. It's so cute. The artist who did a lot of my custom pins did this milk one. They could have just done it with him holding the milk. They included the souls and the fight button on there, and it's so cute, and I adore it. This was from Redbubble. They did a whole bunch of like Valentine's Undertale pins, and I thought this one was really cute, and he's kind of winking right there, which is cute. This one is awesome, and like it's on the side and it's a little faded, but this one is really awesome. The thing I love about this in general, besides the fact that it's like a mini body pillow, but this particular design is actually completely custom. You actually can't buy this particular variation. So this design is actually my cosplay for College Asriel. Like it has like my sweater on here and stuff. It has my trip pants, and then it has like my light up stars that I wear on my hip. I thought this was really cool, and I'm really glad the artist was able to incorporate that, and that makes this really special. Yeah, I just thought this was so cool. Yeah, not too much to say besides that. I'm gonna actually hold this up for a couple seconds just to kind of point to where all the artists are, and I'm gonna kind of hold it on screen for a minute. Funny thing, the safety pins that are left over from my College Asriel cosplay are used to hold up all of this, so it's a very DIY project. All right, so that is the insert. I'll show the photo card here really quick. I had a top loader for this and it broke and it like super shattered. I don't understand why that beaded chain is used for all of them. It's so delicate and like people could break them and stuff, but so I got a new one and it's got a little ribbon and it actually has a little heart there too, which I think is really cute. I was so excited somebody made a Hyperdeath Asriel photo card. I thought that was going to be like another thing I have to custom make, so I was just so excited about that. When the top loader trend kind of started, I did have one custom made. I'm going to show this over here. I had 2 of them made and one shattered, and this was actually in the insert for a while, but it took up so much space. This charm I literally got today. This is a College Asriel charm, and you bet when there's more College Asriel merch that comes out, I'm totally going to add it to this bag. Another charm from that same artist that was on my travel bag. And you can notice on my straps here too, I have kind of like a zip up kind of thing that goes over my bag. It does the job. I mean, it's not perfect, but it definitely adds a lot less pressure on my shoulders and stuff, because the thing that the doctor diagnosed me with is costochondritis. So it's a lot of stuff in the chest and the ribs. So I have to be kind of careful with how much I'm carrying. I might get a bigger one. I'm not really sure. We're now gonna get into the bag. I'm actually gonna move this to the side so I can kind of line stuff up here too. The pen addiction continues. I got this clear bag from Etsy, and this was after I saw somebody's What's in My Bag video way back who said that, oh, I just keep like my makeup and stuff in like a clear bag, and that is so genius. And I'm so glad that I started using these clear bags because it cleans up so much space, yet I could still see what's in here. So I'll open it up here really quick. Oh, before I continue, there's this. It does get a little blurry in the background. If I'm ever in a weird circumstance, I could just hold this up in front of somebody. It says, God fucking damn it, Chris, where the fuck are we? I love Susie. She's my favorite character in the game. Another body pillow keychain with that custom design. A lot of these are either black or they're red or they're pink. It's kind of the color scheme I like going with. I have a couple pens that are for black paper. This is a clicky pen. This is a sparkle pen. It comes off black, but when you shine a light on it, it becomes red. This was on sale and this pen is like so good. I also have some pens lips that came in a set that my mom gave me, and I kept all the pink and red ones because I wanted to keep them. This is a black highlighter. There was a really cool journalist on YouTube who used a process called blackout journaling, and it was sort of a way for them to write and vent about just stuff that's going on in their life when they have like difficult thoughts. For me personally, I struggle with writing stuff down, mental health related stuff. It just really bothers me. This was a really cool way to just highlight out stuff I didn't want to revisit again, but to also accidentally highlight sentences that I did want to come back to. So really clear thoughts I wouldn't highlight. So it became what this journalist would call a blackout journal. This has been a really great thing so far, and I'll showcase a little bit of that later. Whenever I travel, I don't know what it is, my lips get really dry and then I bite my lips a lot. Maybe I have traveling anxiety, which is weird because I love to travel, but I love this stuff. This stuff is great. I like having lip products on me, and usually my goal is to have one minty lip gloss, one kind of tinted lip gloss, and then lipstick, lip stain kind of stuff. This is Fenty Ice. I love this stuff. The price is worth it. This stuff is it's so good. I love minty lip glosses. They're so great. This is About Face. This is the shade It's Not You, It's Me. I'll do a quick swatch here. Kind of like sheer, but it's got like kind of a pink sheer too. I think this is really cute. For like lip glosses and stuff, I either like it kind of red magenta or kind of sparkly and clear, so this has been really great. This is lipstick that I got when I was at Black Craft over in Salem. This is Pretty Evil in the shade Scarlet Sin. I'll do a swatch here too. Yeah, kind of like a really nice like red shade. Sunscreen. This is face sunscreen, but I also kind of put this on my arms too. There's a lot of times where I end up on the road and the sunlight would be beaming down through the back seat, or I would be on the road and there'd be no shade. I hate summer. I hate summer so much. So I'm carrying this around. It's been great. It's been pretty reliable. The texture, it does get a little oily sometimes, but it's not too bad. It's pretty sheer, pretty reliable. Cool that I can pack sunscreen in my purse. Yeah, hand sanitizer. I go on a lot of public transportation and stuff. I usually like to keep this on me. I usually like offer this to my boyfriend or anybody that I'm with and stuff while I'm on the go. This is Vampire Blood from Bath & Body. I'm definitely gonna stock up. Loops. These are my earplugs for concerts. They have been great. I love them. I wore these to like 4 or 5 concerts already. They've been really reliable. They kind of look like piercings almost. These have been great. All right, so that is my makeup bag. The next thing is my medication bag. I'm not gonna open it, but I also they have an extra day with this particular little kit. So I fill it up with Aleve just in case my chest is kind of flaring up a little bit. This is great. I really like carrying this for travel. I had one that was like this, that was bright pink when I lived in Florida. I lost it, but I bought a new one, and I like how blunt it is, and it's kind of shiny too, so I just think it's cute. Next is my phone. I have an iPhone 14 Pro. I did not go all out for the Pro Max. I have wired headphones. They're the cheap ones. I love wired headphones. I tried AirPods, and I liked having them for TikTok with like cosplays and stuff. Something about the wired experience is so much better, and like it's very tactile. I love tactile things. So yeah, this is my phone. Case is a guest check. It reads, 1 sunrise, 1 eggs, 1 coffee with cream and sugar, stay safe kiddo. This is a personal case that I got on Etsy, and the guest check references my fanfic Young God. At one point, there's a big turn in the story where a character goes to the diner and they have kind of a very personal talk about somebody that means a lot to them, and this is their order. And right before they leave, they say that they're going up to Mount Ebot, and they write stay safe kiddo on the check. So I thought this was a really cool way to subtly show my fanfic through my phone case, and this has been pretty reliable. And I'm gonna put this face down just in case there's any notifications. My wallet. I can't show much I can't show much of this because it obviously has very personal information. I actually have a zine in the back of this that was given to me by Grayson, who was part of the Halsey Reddit. Shout out to Grayson. And this is so cute. They put like all the songs that would fit particular playlist moods and stuff. And the really nice one that I saw was one for BPD, and that was just really nice because I have BPD. So that was a really nice surprise to see. And yeah, I like keeping this on me because it's just really cute. And whenever I feel inspired to like put on a particular Halsey song, I go through it to be like, okay, what song do I want? That's my wallet. And that's a Panera card. I gotta use that. Next thing, ooh, yay, my sticker book. I am so excited that I got this because I got more into journaling, and they're like, oh my God, you should get a sticker book. And I'm so glad I did because I have so many cute stickers. Oh my God, they're all sticking together. I love collecting all these, and I adore just all these really cute stickers, and I've used them a lot in my journals. There were stickers that my mom found at certain sales and stuff that were stickers from the 90s and stuff, and that made me really nostalgic. There's like some Tumblr core stickers on here, and it's so cool. But yeah, that is my sticker book. And I love the design on the cover too. This really reminds me of when I first started drawing anime and the anime how-to books and stuff, and I really want to like learn that style eventually, so this was just super cool and super nostalgic, so I'm gonna leave that there too. I got really sick this year. Here's a little Asriel as support. This was one of the overflow charms. I had pneumonia this year and it was really bad. I have some USB-C to USB plugins. I use so many devices that require USB-C to USB, and it's a pain in the butt. So I like having these on me, and like keeping them in my inhaler bag has been a big help. Yeah, my inhaler, it's my emergency inhaler. I had to use this a couple of times this year. Thankfully not too many times after that. Yeah, but I'm doing a lot better. It was a really sucky winter. Getting back into it. My book's Palma. I was influenced. I was influenced, and I saw this, and I saw a video of this girl talking about how she customized her book's Palma, and I saw it and I'm like, this is so stinking cute. I want it and stuff. And the thing was, right around the time that I got it, it was right before everything kind of happened with the world and stuff. Right after all those events, I wanted to get more physical books because you never know. So I don't use this that often, and I'm kind of beating myself over it, but what I am trying to do is like put my fanfics on this and stuff. Anytime that I can get a replica of a book that I already own, I try to get a copy of it on here, and I'll show you a little bit of it right here. I love e-ink displays in general. The only thing that kept me from getting a light phone or any of the other phones is I have apps very specific to work that work with my iPhone. If I get a new device, I have to reset that up again and then have to rely on those working. So I can't do that, unfortunately. So I'm sticking with my iPhone 14 until the heat death of the universe. But this is my book's Palma. Yeah, I have like Substack on here. I have Kindle. I have Libby under my city's library. What do we have on Kindle? Ah, yes. We have my book of the year. Yay! Eat Nagami. Please read it. Please check the trigger warnings before you do. There's a nice little screensaver that I have with it, and this is fan art that somebody did way back when, but it's still like one of my favorite pieces of Hyperdeath-Asriel, and it was on my desktop for a long time. Not too much besides that. I'll shut this off here. I'll show the back here too. The back I printed out the castle from Undertale with the twinkling stars. I love that. It's one of my favorite kind of scene pieces for Undertale. And I got glittery books Palma insert thing to make this extra shiny, so it goes like that. I got this little pop socket with it. This is really cute. When I was traveling, this was a really big help in me having books on the go. I really hope to use this more, just having more like e-books in general. So that is my book's Palma. This is a blotting oil kit. It has a little thing where it sticks and it has a little blotting pad and you put it on your face. This is great because I sweat and I hate summer. The end. Sunglasses. I struggle with finding a good pair of sunglasses, and I found these at Die With Your Boots On, and they're great. They have kind of like a grayish red tint to them. I don't know if the camera is gonna pick that up at all, but that's okay if it doesn't. Yeah, these are really cute. I love these, and they're now my go-to sunglasses. Cables. I like keeping cables. Not only do I work a lot in tech, but I like just having chargers on me. This was a really cool one that I found from TJ Maxx or Home Goods, I don't remember, but it has, I think, like every single plug. So it's got USB-C. I think this was micro USB. That's a surprise. And it's got lightning, and it plugs in to also a USB-C, but I have a USB-C to USB converter, and it's got, I don't know if that's gonna pick that up at all. No worries if not, but it's got little teddy bears on it. It came with a box to plug this in. It got really hot. I don't want to set my house on fire, so I'm not using that box anymore. I'm just using like a regular Apple one. I think this is like a generic one that I got from Amazon a while ago. This is my iPod charger thingy mabobber, and this has a USB-C to USB converter. I'll show my keys. I took my ID and my house key. There was a horror story where apparently somebody had a key on their key ring and they showed it in a video, and some creep like 3D printed it somehow. Insane. I'm not risking that. So I got a bunch of charms here. I got this one of Evanescence, Amy Lee. I love this album. I devoured it back in 6th grade. Badlands charm for the Badlands album by Halsey. This one I can't show, and I'm really sad about that because YouTube would not agree with it whatsoever. This is Eve, like Adam and Eve, and she has an apple and there's a snake wrapped around her, but she is very naked, so I can't show that, but it's really cute. I have a couple like bottle openers on here. A lot of them I had since college. This was a little thing that I had back when I was in college where if you scanned it at particular doors, you got points, and the points like leveled you up or something. Like, it was a whole game. I don't remember what happened to this, but I still have the fob for it. I have a God of War bottle opener premier card for the liquor store. I have Stop and Shop card. I have a Lucky Charm thing that I got from H Mart because I always need a little bit of good luck. My Buckshot Roulette keychain. I went to the IRL Buckshot Roulette booth at PAX East and it was incredible, and I won, and it was my first game, and I will still brag about that to this day because it was so cool. This is an iPod Classic 5. I got this custom made, and this is one of my prized possessions. Wrapped around it, my KZs, as Dank Pods would call them. They're the multicolor variant. They're in-ear monitors. I was really hesitant to get in-ear monitors because I heard stories that are like, oh, well, everyone could hear the sound all around you and stuff, but like, these are great. I've used them a lot in like work meetings and stuff, and I've used them a lot with my iPod in particular. The cable is great. It's like this kind of braided cable, and it's pretty cool. I really like it. And of course, that's the fucking song you're gonna show. I can't say the name of that. The cool thing about this iPod is that I have nearly all of my music from 2008 to about 2016 when I joined Spotify, and I started buying music again. I started getting CDs because physical media is important. I love this so much because I would usually do the Forest app on my phone, and then I would get this and I would just play music and I would just be in the zone. And it's been such a great time capsule of all of the things that made up me from back when I was a weird kid in high school to now. And I lovingly call it my Echo Flower. If I ever lose this, I will be devastated. I will be really sad. Emergency kit, pretty straightforward. I have some Star Kid patches. I get acne a lot, unfortunately. Have some kind of stuff that came with the kit. I got some extra stuff in here, such as I got a whitening teeth strip thing. I got green white, bunch of band-aids, and just sort of the stuff that came with the kit. I've already got to use this quite a few times. I actually had to refill the band-aids quite a few times because I would hit myself during shaving or something like that, or I'd cut my hands and stuff. So I really like just having band-aids like on standby if I need them. This is a book clip to keep pages open in a journal. That's pretty straightforward. It's obvious. Oh, I got some stray stuff in here. Okay, I got 2 necklaces. I love wearing necklaces, and I like just having one to accessorize with an outfit. Again, this is the Magician. I got this in Salem around my birthday, and I think this is really cool. This is a rosary. Controversial, but I like having rosaries as part of my outfits. I like the kind of church aesthetic, kind of. Usually when I have a rosary, it really kind of ties my outfit all together. So yeah, I like having it. I have more Fenty lip glosses that exceeded my bag. This is Miss Jellyfish. Let's see if I get a sheen on it. Yeah, this one's my favorite. This is my absolute favorite because my hair is usually this color, so I usually just wear glosses that are pretty close to my hair color. I'm gonna just do that like right here. I'm not usually like a gold sheen kind of gloss gal, but I like that a lot. And actually, hold up. There we go. Yeah. Woohoo. My hand is covered in lip gloss. Oh, we got a stray shopping list. What do we got? Okay, we got sparkly water, paper towels, bag o' pretzels, and fall candles. This was from a couple days ago. It's fall. I'm excited. I'm so over summer. Ooh, this stuff rocks. Okay, my hair is split down the middle, so I don't have bangs anymore. The thing I hate is the flyaways. It makes me insane and like it stresses me out, and this is a lifesaver. It was like, God, $5. So I am very happy about that. That stuff rocks. Okay, we got a hair tie. I think this was part of the makeup bag. It might have just come out. Tape measure. I like shopping for kind of thrifted stuff and never truly know like if something is going to really fit me. So I like having this on standby just to measure it, and just for like tiny things I need to measure in general, where it's like, how big is my desk? How big is this journal? Blah, 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 blah. This has been a really, really, really handy tool. All right, so this is the stuff stuff I keep in my Asriel Ita bag. I'm gonna quickly put all of this stuff back in my bag, and I'm gonna showcase the book section of this because it varies quite a bit. So I just wanted to showcase all these off. So I'm gonna throw this back in. So the last portion of this video is the journals and the books. I like keeping a book on me. This is the current book I have right now. It's How to Do Nothing by Jenny Odell. I just wrapped up an essay about this rose garden that they frequently visited and sort of the really beautiful things about it that you couldn't really get from like scrolling on social media and stuff. I read a book when I'm on the train. I take really long train rides, and I usually read right before I go to bed. So yeah, so I usually keep a book on me. When I'm not keeping a book on me, I take my journals. I'll get this one out of the way because I actually don't bring this one with me a lot. This is more for my travel bag. This is my dream journal. I have really weird, vivid dreams, and whenever I start having really crazy ones, I try to catch myself first thing in the morning, and I either go on my voice memos and just blab about what the dream was and go right back to bed, or if I'm still can see in the handwriting for some of them, yeah, this one especially, oh my god, I usually try to write while I'm still kind of coming out of it and stuff. This has been really cool. I want to use this more. I actually had a dream last night that I have to record for today. It involves some Deltarune, interestingly enough, but yeah, so that is my dream journal. I want to go more into the ones I carry around more frequently, and then I'll get into the special ones in a bit because they're very special. This is my fanfic quote journal. It has quotes that I really like from some of the stuff that I wrote in the past, where if I visit it and I'm like, oh, that's a really good line, I like keeping it as like a backlog just in case I want to like do some other version of that line later. I tried to do it so that like a different colored pen would be a different fanfic, but then like I botched my page order, so, and like there was one quote where I wrote it twice and I was like mad about that, but I like reading my fanfics on my my iPhone or my Books Palma and then transferring them to here. This is my personal slash mental health journal. I was really hesitant to start one like this. I saw this, and this was a gift from my boyfriend. He went to this, I want to say it was a dog church. No, it was a dog sanctuary, and it was kind of in memory of dogs that provided a really good life to people. And some of the pictures they took, I get teary-eyed. It's really beautiful, but the artist that did a lot of artwork for that particular monument did the art for this notebook. I did a 2-week challenge where I tried to get more creative and get back into my writing project, and this was a really great way for me to just kind of write. I've also, that black highlighter that I mentioned, I started experimenting with the black pages, and that was a really good experiment because I felt like I can highlight certain things I want to remember. Take a breath, you're okay, you're safe, you got a celebration on Saturday, right? Treat yourself and stuff like that. So this has been a really great journal. Now we get into the fun journals. I'm gonna start with this one and then I'll save the best for last. This is my commonplace book. I started this off earlier this year, and I've been really happy with where this has turned out. This has been kind of like a diary slash like commonplace kind of thing where I want to do like collages and shit like that. There's some really cute stuff. This actually started out as the quote book for my fanfics, and then I transferred all that to there. Did some like notes from panels and some information and stuff like that, like some stuff on like Ren'Py, and then I got candy wrappers. I did the set list for the Halsey show that I went to, and that was a blast. Just some really cute and kind of stuff to keep in mind. Like this was my 2-week reset, the time I went up to Salem for my boyfriend and I's anniversary, and just some like cute stuff from there. That is my commonplace book. And this is my pride and joy. I got this impulsively on Etsy because I'm like, when are you going to find a journal that talks about writing fan fictions? I was like, I don't know if I should do it. And I'm so glad I did, because this ended up being a really cool project. And I love just like writing down a whole bunch of notes. And I'm being kind of careful with what I show, because like I write a lot of smut. I really enjoy doing collages for this kind of stuff. Like there's some that like are still in progress. I still gotta write through. I want to show some more cool pages. If you get screwed in a nightclub and none of your friends are there, do you make a sound? And like just fun little blabs. Like a lot of the writing was actually stuff I did write for the fanfic. Yeah, and it's such a cool vibe to just like journal about the stuff that I'm writing about. This was such a fun experiment. And I really like doing collages for the stuff that I write, and it's been a really cool and fun thing to do. I want to do a video about this someday because this has been a lot of fun, and I kind of want to talk about like the projects that I wrote, and there's some cool stickers on the back and stuff too that are kind of nerdy and stuff. So yeah, that's my fanfic notebook. And I think that is everything. Oh my gosh. Hey there, welcome to the end of the video. Thank you for watching. If you're interested, I wanted to give a couple channel updates. I have been very busy. I've been doing a lot of creative stuff in the background that I'm like super duper excited to talk about. And that's partially why I didn't do a 10th anniversary video. It was supposed to be the kind of part 2 to my Asriel video that was like 3 hours long. It was going to be talking about my experiences of being a Hyperdeath-Asriel fan in the Hyperdeath-Asriel fan community and the Undertale community, and how it impacted my life. But there are some elements that are currently in progress, so I can't really talk too much about that right now. I've been writing on Substack, so if you're interested, here is my Substack. The Deltarune video, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I did not expect it to be as popular as it was. I am so grateful for all of the likes, the views, the comments. It's just so exciting, and it's really cool to be in a community of like a constantly developing game with such like in-depth lore. There's also a big creative project that I'm working on that's kind of holding off the Asriel video, but it's a project that is very special to me. When it gets closer to, thank you guys for all the love and support. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. May all of your hopes and dreams come true, and I will see you on the next one.